What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out, man. It's about that time. We coming into that season. And I ain't talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas. I ain't talking about the holiday season. I'm talking about vaccine season. They're getting ready to drop it on us. Um, COVID hitting like January, right? In the United States, to my recollection. Now here we are in November, coming up on December, and a vaccine has already been developed, it's been tested, and it's already being set to be distributed throughout the country. To my knowledge, like 100 million doses already getting ready to hit the scene, and they're planning on vaccinating 300 million people here in America. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind is something I mentioned a while back. Typically, it takes about 5 years, 6 years or more to come up with a vaccine. And I'm not pro-vaccine at all. I don't trust any of them. But even the other ones in the past that I don't trust, they take 5, 6, 7 years or longer. This one is hitting the scene in under a year. That alone would make me kind of leery and question it. Under a year, maybe a little bit more than a year, depending on when they're getting ready to drop. Also, there are side effects, according to something I read, that they are not mentioning to the public. They're not letting you know everything. They're mentioning the basic general side effects like headaches, body aches, high fever, exhaustion, things of that nature. They're mentioning the little generic side effects that come along with a lot of the shots and vaccinations that they put out. But there are things that are unknown to the public that you won't know until the time comes. That's strike two. And also, according to what I read, this thing coming from a company called Pfizer. That's the company that's more in the forefront of. I guess that's the company that whose vaccine will be distributed. You got to take 2 doses. So you don't just go get that little one hit quitter. You got to go get shot in the arm. Then, at a certain amount of time, I don't know when, what the time frame is, you got to come back and get another one. It's kind of interesting. That's strike 3. And it's probably 4 or 5 strikes when you really ain't supposed to get but 3. And there are people who stand to get extremely rich. There are people who are gonna be extremely rich. And some who are already rich that are gonna become richer. People are gonna profit millions off of this. In particular, Anthony Fauci, Dr. Fauci, who America has come to love and trust because of seeing his face on TV promoting these vaccines and presenting himself as a COVID expert. He owns the patent on the vaccines. So any company that comes out with it, whether it be Pfizer or whether there's another company called Moderna, he getting half the profits. And we all know, old Billy Boy Gates, we all know his history with vaccines, and he's definitely an advocate of vaccines. And he's tied into the money side of it too, as we should know. The Gates Foundation is not pushing these vaccines because they are so concerned about the health and safety of the American public, and they are such humanitarians. That's not why they're doing it. It's about money. It's about population control. That's what it's about. So there are so many strikes and so many negative elements that are connected to this thing. And strike 5, for me as a black man, I know the history of us as it relates to vaccines and as it relates to experiments and experimental drugs and things like that. I don't trust it. Like Public Enemy said, can't trust it. When these side effects hit your system, the ones I mentioned earlier, the reason why your body starts aching, fever, headaches, it's because something that's a foreign entity entering into your system that shouldn't be in there. So it's an immune response. It's a defense. Your body is fighting. If you take this and it makes you feel like this, we've been fooled to believe, oh, that's just natural. No. Because there are herbal substances that you take that are natural, and you don't feel like that when you take them. You don't have any side effects. So who do you trust? Do you trust the CDC? Do you trust the government? Do you trust Fauci and Gates? Because the country is going to be divided when this thing hit the scene. Won't be divided down the middle, because I strongly believe that there will be millions more who take the vaccine than who don't. But what side will you be on? Will you be on the side that says, okay, I trust them, let me get up in here and get my two-piece? Or will you be the one that says, nope, I'm going to deny it and resist it and see what happens after that? Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. Like, comment, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so y'all will know when I come out with something. And leave your comments below, because I know it's going to be interesting. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. Catch y'all later. Peace.